South suburban politician Tiffany Henyard appears to have lost control of both governments. Now she's teasing a big announcement that she claims will result in some of her opponents being arrested and charged.
South suburban politician Tiffany Henyard seems to have lost her grip on local governance as she hints at a significant announcement that she claims will lead to the arrest of several opponents. Henyard, who dubs herself the super mayor of Dolton, Illinois, may be unfamiliar to many, but her story is about to grab your attention. You might think you've seen political scandals, but this one is truly outrageous. Henyard is mired in such controversy that it feels like a scripted drama. She's under FBI investigation for corruption, facing eviction from her home, yet still has the audacity to threaten her rivals with arrests. And to add to the intrigue, she's campaigning for re-election amid all this turmoil. Buckle up, her saga is just beginning.
Does all this point the finger to Tiffany or allow me? I'm over it. Now it's time for me.
Let's delve into the unfolding eviction saga surrounding Tiffany Henyard. Imagine this, a mayor earning hundreds of thousands annually who isn't paying rent on her residence. Despite her lucrative roles as both mayor and township supervisor, she and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, are thousands of dollars behind on rent. The landlord, Janetta Hull, is understandably frustrated. Once a friend to Henyard, Hull's troubles began when Henyard pushed to take over her rental property. Originally, Hull had another tenant lined up, but upon learning of this, Henyard allegedly insisted on moving in instead. Now, with rent unpaid since August, the situation has escalated into a significant dispute. This adds another layer to Henyard's already tumultuous political landscape.
The home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard has not paid her rent, and now she wants.
What makes this story even more astonishing is that Tiffany Henyard allegedly changed the locks on the house and barred her landlord from entering the property. Janetta Hull had given the couple a standard 48-hour notice to inspect the premises, but instead of allowing access, Henyard reportedly took matters into her own hands by altering the locks and the garage door code. Hull, feeling exasperated, stated that she feels trapped between a rock and a hard place. Although she has filed eviction papers, Henyard and her boyfriend have been evading them, making it difficult for the local sheriff's office to serve the documents. Henyard seems to be playing a game of hide-and-seek with her landlord, all while occupying a position of authority. This situation adds another layer of complexity to Henyard's already troubled political journey.
We talked to Tiffany Henyard's landlord, and she says she came to this Thornton Township meeting Tuesday night hoping to get paid what she says she's owed.
It's a perplexing situation. How does someone earning hundreds of thousands a year refuse to pay an additional $200 in rent due to a property tax increase? Kamal Woods, Henyard's boyfriend, who also earns a substantial income through a township program, even claimed they couldn't afford the hike. Yet together, the couple reportedly brings in over $300,000 annually. The audacity of it all. In desperation, Janetta Hull has resorted to hiring a process server just to locate Henyard and bring her to court. It's easy to see why Hull regrets renting to her. You would expect a mayor to set a positive example for citizens, yet here we are. Hull expressed disbelief at the sheer irony of the situation, pointing out how a public official is behaving in such a contradictory manner while disregarding her responsibilities as both a tenant and a leader.
Now I have to pay a special process server in order to get them served, which is more fees for me.
If you think the eviction saga is troubling, just wait until you hear about Tiffany Henyard's handling of taxpayer money. Dolton is facing significant financial challenges, prompting the hiring of former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot to investigate Henyard's expenditures. The findings are nothing short of shocking. Under Henyard's leadership, the village's financial situation has deteriorated drastically in just 2 years. The general fund plummeted from a robust $561 million to a staggering deficit of $365 million, resulting in over $9 million in losses. Lightfoot's investigation revealed that a significant portion of that money ended up in the hands of major retailers such as Amazon, Wayfair, and Walgreens. This alarming mismanagement raises serious questions about accountability and transparency in Henyard's administration. With the community's financial stability at risk, residents are understandably concerned about how their taxpayer dollars are being spent and the implications for Dolton's future.
Dolton Township tonight as another board meeting got canceled because of a lack of a quorum.
And that came after a disagreement about where to hold the meeting as trustees expressed concerns for their safety.
One particularly shocking purchase by Tiffany Henyard was made on January 5th, 2023, totaling $40,000 from Amazon. Can you believe that? On the same day, she also made 2 additional purchases, one for nearly $5,000 and another for over $4,700. What on earth was she buying? The extravagant spending didn't stop there. In September 2023, she splurged nearly $7,700 on Wayfair, adding to a growing list of questionable expenses. But it's not just online shopping sparking outrage. Lori Lightfoot's report revealed that the village issued over $6 million in checks to vendors that were printed but never sent, 589 checks just sitting unpaid. This is particularly troubling given Dolton's deep debt, leaving local businesses and vendors waiting for payments that may never arrive. How can a town's leadership be so reckless with its finances?
Right now, it appears that they're going to try to have a meeting upstairs. It is not safe.
If that weren't alarming enough, the town's police officers are making headlines for earning overtime pay that exceeds their annual salaries. One officer, whose salary is supposed to be $87,000, racked up an astounding $114,800 in overtime. Another officer, with a base salary of $73,515, made over $102,000 just in overtime. It seems that those in Dolton's government are profiting while the town struggles financially. It's baffling how this situation has persisted for so long. Despite the numerous allegations of mismanagement and corruption, Tiffany Henyard is determined to cling to her power. For months, she has been in a standoff with the village trustees, openly lashing out at anyone who questions her authority. During a particularly tense public meeting, she exclaimed, "You all forget I'm the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. You ain't learned that yet." Her frustration was evident over the trustees' refusal to approve bills lacking proper documentation.
It's a power grab. That's it. Power and money grab.
The trustees have been openly critical of Tiffany Henyard's leadership. Trustee Jason House recently expressed that vendors are going unpaid due to a lack of transparency in the village's finances, emphasizing that the board cannot approve spending without clarity on where the money is allocated. Meanwhile, Trustee Brittany Norwood called out Henyard, urging her to be a responsible leader and present proposals that would make it clear to both the board and residents how funds are being utilized. The tension between Henyard and the trustees is evident, escalating with each public confrontation. Their frustrations highlight the growing divide in Dolton's leadership and the urgent need for accountability and communication in managing the village's finances. As the situation intensifies, it raises concerns about the future of governance in the community.
It's just getting to be redundant, and we're getting tired of coming here, not having the laws followed, not having a meeting.
If you think Tiffany Henyard is backing down, think again. She recently took to Facebook Live to confront her critics in a now infamous 90-minute tirade. During the session, she threatened to pursue the arrest of her opponents, though she didn't specify what charges she would file. Henyard accused her adversaries of engaging in a power and money grab, insisting that she is the true victim in the situation. "You're lying on me, and I'm over it. Now it's time for me to speak," she declared during the live stream. It's evident that Henyard isn't going down without a fight. What makes this even more surreal is that she is actively campaigning for re-election amid these controversies. Yes, you heard that right. She seeks another term despite being under FBI investigation, facing eviction, and battling with her own trustees. In a statement from her lawyer, she expressed confidence that the residents of Dolton will support her in the upcoming election. Her determination is certainly noteworthy.
Henyard's landlord showed up here to see her tenant in person after she says Henyard has been dodging both her and rent payments for months.
Let's be honest. How can someone mired in so many controversies expect to win back voters' trust? Kiana Belcher, a trustee running against Henyard, doesn't hold back on her views about the mayor's re-election bid. The community does not want to continue under her leadership, she stated, calling Henyard's decision to run again absurd. Belcher highlighted the chaos Henyard has created in the village and believes residents are ready for a change. The irony is striking. While Henyard claims to fight for the community, her actions suggest otherwise. From using village funds to host extravagant parties featuring R&B singer K. Michelle and rapper Jay Holiday, to employing local police officers as her personal security, Henyard's behavior has raised serious concerns. Critics argue that instead of working to improve Dolton, she seems more focused on her own image and personal comfort.
Just here because I'm at wit's end and I fear that I'm going to go into foreclosure soon if I can't get this matter handled.
Tiffany Henyard's use of local police officers as her personal bodyguards has ignited outrage within the community. Reports indicate that these officers are often pulled from their regular duties to escort Henyard, racking up overtime pay, some even exceeding 100 hours per paycheck, while crime rates in Dolton continue to rise and residents feel increasingly unsafe. Trustee Brittany Norwood addressed this issue during a public meeting, stating, "We're not saying the police aren't doing a good job. We're saying you're assigning them to be with you when they should be out protecting residents." The situation paints a troubling picture of a town in chaos. Henyard's extravagant spending, power struggles, and confrontational behavior have left Dolton on the brink, with its finances in disarray and residents frustrated. Yet Henyard remains defiant, claiming she is the one being wronged despite mounting evidence against her.
It's her fault. It's her problem, her responsibility, and she failed. She's failed everybody.
If all this weren't enough, Henyard is also facing scrutiny over her handling of Foron Township, where she serves as supervisor. Township records show that she and her team have spent over $67,000 on trips to cities like Portland, Austin, Atlanta, and New York City, often flying first class and staying in luxury hotels like the Four Seasons in New York alone. The group racked up a bill of $13,000 at the Marriott Mark in Times Square. These expenses have raised serious questions about Henyard priorities and how she justifies spending taxpayer money on such extravagant trips.
The sheriff's been out here a few times to serve them. For a household that makes, over $350,000 a year.
It seems as though Tiffany Henyard views herself as a character in a reality show, always performing for the cameras and her critics. Some frustrated residents have even likened her to South American dictators, feeling that she has turned Dolton into her personal playground. The extent of her control, from the police force to her relentless self-promotion, has sparked allegations that she is exploiting her power for personal benefit, with little regard for the community she serves. Given the intense scrutiny she faces, can someone in her position truly expect to regain the trust of the people? Or is Henyard's reign as super mayor nearing its end? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding political drama.